Hey, how's it going? So, I'm gonna make... The shitters are evolving. I'm talking about they have new strategies to stop you from winning the games. I'm telling you. So, I played two days ago. I didn't dodge, and you don't dodge, you know what's gonna happen, right? Every lane is gonna lose hard, right? So, but I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna ignore this completely. I'm gonna... Let me just change this a little bit. Okay, I'm going to absolutely demolish this guy who was Kled. By the way, Kled was pretty strong versus Trinda. Didn't help him because he was like 70 CS behind, 4 levels down. You know the stuff. Like, he was just basically... It was unplayable for him, right? So I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna experiment with taking the Rift Herald myself and then pushing it, right? I'm gonna break this because I can always break this turret and take this inhibitor. Then, when the enemy team are gonna go for the Baron, for the Dragon fight, I'm going to strategically position my Herald, take down these turrets, and then figure out how to sneak in and destroy this and win the game. So I was effectively trying to figure out how can I win the game, not caring completely what my team does. Like, I'm talking about completely solo. So I have some bad news for you. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'll tell you, because in that game, I've never seen this strategy happen to me ever in all of my time playing League of Legends. And I'm telling you, the shitters have evolved. So what happened was, right, bot lane hard lost. This guy was Katarina, our mid laner. He hard lost in here. Our jungler was Viego, he went 0-4. So he basically hard lost. Katarina, I shit you not, started roaming top and taking my farm. Okay? She started taking my farm. Then she assisted me with a kill on Kled. Then the jungler came over with the Rift Herald, took down the turret, and then, I shit you not, the bot lane came over here to farm. While the enemy bot lane, right, the enemy bot lane was pushing here, and my bot lane was standing here farming this region in here. So you can imagine, right? I like won my lane. I'm thinking, how can I win the game? And my entire team shows up on my lane, starts farming. So the logic of my team is, I know we lost the game, so we're gonna go and take experience, gold, kills, and Rift Herald away from the winning lane. So what happened over time, these guys pushed through, like this guy's pushed through like this, right? And the enemy team bot lane pushed through like this. Then they rotated here, and basically I had Fiesta in my lane. I'm talking like complete Fiesta, like the bot lane again died, jungler flashed, burned everything, ran away. Katarina, I think she got like 1 kill and she died. And I was like, okay, that's simply not going to work. Alright, it's just not going to work. Because the only way my strategy is going to work is if I have access to the Rift Herald. Because I already tried the strategy where I just take down like up to here, right? And then I rotate, I say me bot, this is fogged for the win strategy. And then I just consistently push like this. This strategy I tried so many times, it does not work, because your team, when they're feeding and they're shitters, they will not take the Baron. So what happens is, you basically have you basically have enemy team is just chasing you around the map, like this, all over the place, including taking the Drake, while your team is just sitting roughly in here. They're roughly like, they're farming up to here, and then maybe up to here. So you basically, like, your team is locked like this, right? And the enemy team is just chasing you all over the map, That's it. So that doesn't work at all. I already tried it. So I thought to myself, okay, I never tried a strategy where I take the Rift Herald and I just smash it, strategically position it so I can smash these two turrets, right? Because that's my problem. That has always been my problem, is that I can always take down this, but taking down these two turrets is always the biggest problem, right? So I thought to myself, the Rift Herald might be the answer. And now I saw my entire team just coming to my lane and taking my farm and experience and just like fiesting. It was just Aram on my lane basically, and I realized no, that's it. At this point, I can like firmly, confidently tell you that I tried absolutely everything. I tried jungling, I tried OP champions, I tried tank champions. The only thing that works is to dodge the shitters. The only way to do it. And to dodge the shitters, you need like 4 hours for one game. And that's not time efficient. It's a total waste of your time. And in fact, dodging the shitter strategy is no different, completely no different, to simply playing one-on-one mid lane. It's exactly the same experience. Exactly the same. So if you want to save 4 hours per game, right, simply play one-on-one mid lane. Because what happens in the lobbies when you dodge the shitters and you get a good team, you simply win the mid lane and your entire team wins. That's it, right? So, do you understand? Like, so it's pointless for you to wait those 4 hours if all you can do, like, all you have to do is win the mid lane, and that's it. Once you win the mid lane, all the time, what happens is your bot lane is winning because there's nobody, because the enemy mid lane is not roaming bot, screwing them over consistently. The jungler keeps trying to farm you, and of course he fails because you're a good player, right? And your jungler, because the enemy jungler keeps failing to farm you or gank you, consistently gets ahead because he is a good player, right? What happens then? You kill the mid lane, everybody rotates, they take the dragon. Game goes as according to the plan, right? So to mimic this, all you have to do is play one-on-one mid lane, and you get exactly the same experience, right? You don't have to wait 4 hours and dodge 29 games before you play a game with actually competent players, right? And I was always like, the final thing I'm gonna say is, like, the problem with the game, the problem with this game is that it's too team dependent. It's too team dependent, right? You cannot carry anymore solo. It's not possible. It's very, very difficult. Right? So where does this randomness of results comes from? It comes from three things. Well, two things. Riot and player base. Right? Riot is responsible for engagement optimized matchmaking and dynamic... What was the name of this? Dynamic... let me just get the mouse. 1 second. Because they use two. They use engagement optimized matchmaking where they control your win rate. And second one they use is called... Dynamic difficulty adjustment. Yeah, this one here. Dynamic difficulty adjustment. Let me just clear this real quick. So you see, that's why you have this effect where your teammates are getting shittier. The better you get, the shittier your teammates become. Right? So combine this with engagement optimized matchmaking, you get like this fiesta where you have winners and losers queue. So that's one random, and you don't know when that's going to happen, so but we can kind of predict it at this stage, right? But the second problem is the player base. The player base are, like today he's playing Lee Sin, tomorrow he's support Sona, you know, 3 days later he's now Darius top lane, then he's jungle Sejuani, then he's back into mid lane, he's now playing Akali. Do you understand? There's no champion proficiency. And everybody in the game does the same shit. Like, they saw Reckless playing Tristana bot lane, so now he thinks that he's gonna play ADC. Do you know what I mean? And it's like everybody's doing this, so you get this like the best way I can describe it is Boxer Pete. Boxer Pete summarized it perfectly. The battle of the shitters, right? Whoever is first timing the champ, whoever is the shittiest, whoever is... Ideally, like, you wanna have... Like whoever is playing Aurelia first time is just gonna lose you the game, right? Because Aurelia is just too difficult to play. Do you know what I mean? Like let's say we have on one side we have a shitter playing Garen first time, on the other side we have Aurelia playing first time, and Garen is just gonna stomp, right? Because the Aurelia is the bigger shitter, right? And you'll be like thinking to yourself, why is this Aurelia 0-8-11? Why is he in gold and he's 0-11? Because first time Aurelia in gold would be like Iron 3 level. Like Iron 3 level Garen. Do you know what I mean? So now you have engagement optimized matchmaking and dynamic difficulty adjustment on one side, and now you have the player base completely trolling, like on another side. So that's why you get this completely random results. You go into game, you have no idea what's going to happen, because you could have Shaco on support, you could have Viego first time in jungle, you could have Katarina top lane, God knows what the hell she's going tank now, right? There's also item builds that are incorrectly. Like I was playing with dude, he was Draven, I was like, oh, Draven Leona, that's gonna be cool. And they lost to Caitlyn, and it was like Caitlyn and Lulu, or Caitlyn or Janna. I was like, there's no way Draven and Leona are going to lose to Caitlyn, right? And I looked at what Draven was building, I was like, God, oh my God, I don't know, he was trolling, he was basically going for, I forgot the blue item. Tryndamere used to build it a lot. It's CDR item that gives you mana. CDR item, league that gives mana. Let me just find it one sec. Where is it? Essence River. There you go. This item here. So his first item was like Essence River. So I was like, what? But again, even with Essence River, I mean, Draven should not lose to Caitlyn. Caitlyn Leona is like a kill lane. It's not supposed to happen, right? And you could have like Volibear losing to Nasus, for example. I had a game where I was like, okay, this Volibear is not very good, but he's playing against Nasus. It's just like, it's like such a giga counter. It's like, how, and he ended up going 0-3 somehow against Nasus. And I was like, dude, no. Like, at this stage, I can like confidently tell you, I tried absolutely everything. It's just, it's complete randomness. Yes, if you're a good player, yes, 55 to 60% of the time, you're gonna climb, right? But I mean, you have to understand the sheer volume of games you have to put in just to cut through the randomness is so vast. Plus the nerves, plus the stress, it's total waste of your time, right? The only other way to do that is to quit your job and to become faker. Do you know what I mean? And you're still gonna lose in gold sometimes, and that's what tilts the shit out of me, right? Is that you can't really 100% guarantee, like you can't do 50 out of 50 wins, for example, right? Maybe in normals you can, but I mean, it's still like, I mean, how many people can actually become faker on this planet Earth? It's very small percentage, and the cost of becoming faker is just so high. You have to full time the game, practice every day, and what do you get in return? Oh, well done. You can win 100% in normals. That's it. Because in ranked you can't do it because they will counter pick you, and that's it. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm just saying that, I'm just playing one-on-one. Like, if you just want to play League of Legends, how do you enjoy League of Legends? Play one-on-one. Just go mid lane, play one-on-one. That's it. Because this is complete replica of the winner's queue. You win your mid lane, your team is gonna pull in their weight. That's it. Right? And then GTA 5, very cool game. Highly recommended. Very, very. But you have to read a lot on GTA 5 how to play it, actually, because there's so much stuff to do in there. So it's not like and the game itself does not really tell you how to do it, right? So you have to watch a lot of YouTube videos to find out, how do you do the asset missions. Well, there's like gang drug wars missions, so you become like a drug lord selling acid, basically. And then you also can open a nightclub, you can open like a storage business and stuff like that. So all of that requires reading. So, but it's very fun. It's very interesting. All right, take care. Bye bye.